Hey guys, welcome to a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be addressing the Charlottesville incident that happened not that long ago and the entire situation in the United States of America. Now before I start, I hate to be making this video on behalf of one side or the other, but we have, I'll talk much more about this, but there's a situation where we have a death toll now. This isn't just protesting anymore. We have a death toll, and that means something. So, before I say too much about this right now, I'm going to go ahead and start this video. It's very graphic, so viewers' discretion is advised. Okay, we're going to stop this right here. Here is a video of hundreds and thousands of counter-protesters against white supremacists and neo-Nazis on the other side, who are literally fighting for an all-white America. So here is a video of one of those neo-Nazi white supremacists plowing his car into these counter-protesters. Now, what their response to this is not necessarily any better or anything. They go up to his car, they break his windshields, they break his windows, and that's not peaceful protesting either. But that is self-defense. They are using self-defense against him. He has a car. They have a baton, a bat, whatever. There's absolutely no way that any of those people could have stopped that car from plowing into hundreds of people. Not only do I want to mention how wrong it is to do something like this, but when he goes back through, you literally see people flying into the air, and it's just amazing to me. It's amazing to me that somebody would do something like this. It just disgusts me. I wanted to bring this back to right here and slow it down just a little bit for you. Here, you have a look at that. Jeez. That's so sick. They call themselves peaceful protesters. They call themselves Christians, when realistically, their name fits with exactly what they are. These white supremacists are not protesters. They are Nazis. They aren't welcome in America at all. I don't care if they were born in America. They are not welcome in America. And this never, ever happened when Obama was president. This never happened when Bush or Clinton or Bush 41 was president. This certainly never happened when Ronald Reagan was president. So why is this happening when Donald Trump is the president of the United States of America? Why is this happening when a man who so freely, so happily encouraged violence at his rallies, why is this happening when he is the president? Why did this not happen in the last 45 U.S. presidents? Why didn't it happen? This is not protest anymore. We now have a death toll in this situation. It's not only from this event. You know, I haven't heard of a single protesters who has driven their car into the neo-Nazis. I haven't heard of a single one of these protesters who has, this situation, it's pointless because we are never, ever, ever, ever going to have an America that is of one race and one race only. So their cause is not only irrelevant, but it's impossible. And to put all the blame on Donald Trump for this situation isn't completely out of the question. No, I don't put the blame on President Trump. I put the blame on candidate Trump. When he was running this election, there was no care in the world. There was no filter on that man. And we all knew. I don't care if you supported Donald Trump. I don't care if you supported Gary Johnson or Jill Stein or Hillary Clinton. We all knew that because of his actions, situations like this were eventually going to occur. We look up to a president. We look up to a candidate that we support. And when a candidate that we support is encouraging violence, it rubs off on you. It does. When you're looking up to somebody, you tend to take some of their actions. All these white supremacist neo-Nazis support Donald Trump. There's none of them that support Hillary Clinton, I promise you. There's certainly none that support Bernie Sanders or Jill Stein, and I would be willing and ambitious enough to say none of them support Gary Johnson either. This is pure fighting for Donald Trump, pure fighting for the nation that he campaigned for. Now, Donald Trump, this situation to him is just another thing in American domestic, whatever. If I was the President of the United States, this situation requires national troops. This requires the National Guard. This is not protest anymore. The police could not stop this. And when law enforcement cannot stop it, it's time for National Guard. It's time for martial law. It's time for curfew. This situation has gone from peaceful protest after or during the elections against Donald Trump or against Hillary Clinton to a all-out United States civil war. And the reason I am being so blunt on the topic of civil war is because no, this isn't government versus government. This is two essentially independent nations. The neo-Nazis literally train their members in military tactics. The other side literally uses the Antifa movement, literally uses bottles of urine. Not only that, but these neo-Nazis are walking around with loaded and cocked guns or loaded assault rifles. This is insane to me. Like, I supported Hillary Clinton because I knew that this was going to happen. Everybody knew on election night that this was going to happen eventually. Like I said, this is not protest anymore. This is not, absolutely not peaceful protest anymore. If this was peaceful protest, these people would be standing on separate sides of the streets, literally just holding on signs. But if you didn't notice, there's a car plowing through innocent people. What in the literal hell is this? These people, the other side has not killed anybody. They haven't killed anybody. Why? Why was this necessary? What on literal earth were these people thinking? And if you watched the ABC 2020 last night on this situation, You saw their leader, their racist leader, who said that this was a right to protect himself. But if you notice, not one of these people is in a car. Not one of these people has a gun. He is in a car. They have wooden bats. That's not protecting yourself anymore. This is cold-blooded murder. And not only him, but everybody who had a part in this deserves to not only die in prison, but deserves not to go and sit in heaven with God, but to go directly to hell. They are causing hell in America. And every other nation on this earth sees this and does not take America seriously anymore. We are not a superpower because we have the right to go drive our car into citizens. I'm glad he's caught. He's caught. And thank God. I sure hope they don't take it easy on him. He deserves to either die in prison or deserves to get the death penalty straight out. Although not many people were killed in this incident, to watch this video and to say that this is self-defense, that this is protecting yourself from other people, is totally insane. This not only disgusts me, this infuriates me. This makes me only hate the Confederate flag more than I did before. This only makes me hate the Confederate statues and stuff more than before. They're blaming these people on burning statues of Abraham Lincoln when realistically the neo-Nazis are the ones that hate Abraham Lincoln because he freed the slaves. These people are insane. They're insane. I am totally against the neo-Nazis. This was not the fault of both sides. If Donald Trump can come to me and show me evidence that any of these counter-protesters got in the car with this guy and said, drive your car straight through that crowd, I will believe it is the fault of both sides. But this incident exactly is the fault of the neo-Nazis, the white supremacists, and they all deserve to feel the pain of this. Once again, I'm going to end this video off by saying no. This isn't peaceful protesting. This isn't rightful protesting. This isn't the First Amendment. This is civil war as we know it. And if we do not get the man who encouraged this during the election out of the White House, this will continue to occur for the next 3 or, God, don't even tell me, the next 7 years of his presidency. This disgusts me. Hopefully it disgusts you. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. And once again, this isn't protest. The U.S. is literally in a civil war.